Hey, this is Matt once again with about to another video, and this is an unpackaging thanks to Guillermo. Guillermo, who was nice enough to send some requests. He also sent me an email saying, hey, I'm going to send you some stuff. Did come today, so I figured I would do the video today. Now, I have opened them, but I have not looked in them, so we'll see how this goes. But I did open them. Just that it wouldn't take me 10 minutes to get through it, but whatever these are, thank you so much, man. It's 2 packages. One is obviously a poster, which I don't want to show his address or anything. So, whatever it is, thank you so much, man. It's always humbling when someone sends me gifts. I really appreciate that. So first we have, if we get this out, okay, get this out of there. It's a poster, little paper in the middle, tear that off. Huh. So I got the middle off. I haven't looked at it yet, but I think whoever, I don't think this was Guillermo, I think whoever with the post office, they messed with this in terms of, it didn't rain recently here, but I guess in the distance they must have left this in some rain or something, because you see a poster, but you see this right here. Bit of a coloring there, see, and show, oh man, oh come on, this way, let me try to do this carefully. Damn it. Oh, come on. Well, it's not Guillermo's fault. It's whoever. Yeah. Well, I'll see what it is. Oh, cool. It's a Dog Soldiers poster. Sadly, because of the way the post office, there's a rip here. But oh well. Again, you see now. Okay, that's why. Because that's why there's this discoloring right here. Must have stuck the paper together. But that's still right on the side too. You see. See, look at. Oh, screw it. See, I was like, oh, man, this damn post office. Thank you, Guillermo. I really do appreciate it. This is a really cool looking poster. Post office, that's another thing. UPS, I think it was UPS, whatever. Yeah. So sadly, to the side of it, but oh well. It's still a really cool looking poster. That is a cool looking poster, so that is a really nice gift. So thank you, Guillermo. I really appreciate that, man. I do really enjoy Dog Soldiers. It's my favorite werewolf film. I love the blend of action and horror. I really like the cast. I think originally Jason Statham was going to star in it. I wish he did, but he went on to do Ghosts of Mars. I think in retrospect that was a mistake, because I don't hate Ghosts of Mars, but he didn't really have much of a role in that. It was kind of just a small supporting part. Here he would have been the star. And this got a little bit of a buzz when it came out, so I just would love to have seen Statham in his early career, even nowadays, to do something like this. So That would have been great to see, but I still really enjoy the film. Like I said, the blend of action and horror is like Aliens, but with werewolves. Kind of hard to. Well, I would say it's impossible to mess it up. If it was like Zack Snyder, he would mess it up. He messed up Army, Army of the Dead, so. But other than him, hard for people to mess it up. But that's a really good movie. Love that movie. And that's a very cool looking poster. So thank you, man. I don't know. I'm kind of partial to the aliens back here, so I don't know where to hang it up, but definitely somewhere. So thank you, man. And then we have this box here with the movies downward, so I don't know what they are. Wow, it's quite a bit of them, though. Damn. Quite a bit of movies. Have them face down, so it'll be more of a surprise. But quite a bit of movies, so we'll see what these are. Alright, we have Evidence. This is a... Guillermo is the guy that, nicely enough, he sent me a lot of requests involving usually found footage reviews, which I always find interesting to watch. Because either they'll be a nice little gem, or they'll be bad, but at least if it's bad, it'll be fun to talk about. So I always appreciate that Guillermo, among other stuff he sent. But, yeah, Evidence. I might have seen this film. If it's the one I'm thinking of, I remember not minding it. What's interesting, this actually has commentary tracks. 2 of them. Which, that would be interesting. Especially with the finale. Because it seems like your typical kids in the woods camping trip. But then, like the ending, they just go buck wild with experiments and monsters and soldiers and secret labs. And you're like, what the hell? So yeah, I'd be curious to definitely what the commentary says about this stuff. So, and the fact there's 2 of them. So Evidence. I don't know if I reviewed that one. I remember now it's been a long time since I've seen it. Ah, that's really nice. Okay, I'm sensing the theme here. I think this is one that actually Guillermo did have me review as a request. The Take Care of Deborah Logan, which I did like. I thought this was fairly good. It's about a woman, again, another found footage film, but it's about a woman who seems like she has Alzheimer's. These people they are recording it, looking at her progress, maybe trying to help her. But her daughter's trying to do her best to maintain some kind of life while dealing with her mother. And then they find out maybe it's not Alzheimer's, maybe it's something else going on. Possession, that type of thing. I thought the acting, especially the lady who played the older daughter, was fairly good. Even Deborah Logan herself, that character, pretty solid. Some nice little creepy moments in there. Some decent production value. This is a good one, so it's nice to actually own this physically. To take Deborah Logan. Thank you so much for that, man. It's alright. One that I remember now, mine has been a while, but it's got commentaries. One I do remember liking, and this has making of featurette. I'd be curious to give that a look. Ah, nice, and it's brand new too. This is one I remember now minding a found footage one. The Sacrament. The Sacrament. It's pretty much a take on John Jones. What was his name? John Jones? The Jonestown, those kind of cults, don't drink the Kool-Aid, that type of thing. I forget what the guy's name was, but I know it was Jonestown. And you have that kind of cult, and you have people documenting, and they've said, oh, we're very peaceful, it's an undisclosed location, here's this public figure. Then you start realizing there's something amiss, there's a bit of something going on. Ty West actually directed. I forget Ty West did this. I'm not the biggest fan of the guy's movies, but honestly, this is probably the film I like the most of his. I remember not minding this. I remember thinking this was pretty good. Sacrament. Oh, another one. Apartment 143. I don't know if I ever reviewed this. I don't remember. Actually, I'm wondering, does this have features? I'll do that for each one. Why not? Evidence has 2 commentaries and cast interviews. Making of. Sacrament has trading, revealing the vision. Ty West, behind the scenes helicopter sequence. Our commentary writer director Ty West, A.J. Bowen, and Amy's. So 2 of the actors, as well as the director. So there's a commentary. Okay. I might have seen this, but I don't remember much about it. I don't know if I ever reviewed it, though. Yeah. Team of parapsychologists investigate phenomena. Try to figure out what's going on there. There's a making of. Little sections about making special effects, visual concepts, art direction. There's an interview with the director. I guess it was this HD Net. God, that's... Who remembers HD Net? By Emergo, also known as Apartment 143. The first real ghost story. Not really, but... Yeah. Apartment 143. Alright then. So... I said I don't remember that film. I think this one I did review for him. This is a Blu-ray and DVD. The Possession of my friend Michael Keane. Possession of Michael Keane. I actually remember not minding this because I remember the lead guy, Shane Johnson, who plays Michael Keane. I thought he actually gave a very solid performance. And you kind of see him going through the ups and downs and kind of a first-hand account of a guy being possessed. And usually you see from outside forces, but this is a guy, his point of view. And it is another, yes. So far, all these are found footage films, which is cool for the found footage collection. Because I have, like, Butterfly Kisses, I have The Tunnel, I know I have the Blair Witch Project somewhere over there. I'm trying to remember now. Actually, let me look over here, see what I have. Sorry, it'd be a second of silence, or a minute of silence. Bear with me. I'm just looking at what I have over here on the shelf. I said Butterfly Kisses, The Tunnel, Savage Land, I got that one. I can't remember. Yeah, that might be, like, at least right here. Okay. But, yeah, I did not own this one. It doesn't look like there's any features on it, but, I mean, it has a lot of familiar tropes of found footage stuff, but I remember not being steered by it, but I remember liking the lead performance and some of the... remember a couple scenes being like, that was well filmed, or that was well executed in terms of production value for a found footage film. I always joke about because my friend, the choice voice, Phantasm, his name is Michael Keane. So I'm like, you got possessed! So. Cool. Crawl. I do have this film. I do remember enjoying this film. Like I said, I do have it. I will be honest, I don't know where I put it. It might be on a shelf over there, but I did have this film, but at the same time, it's still nice because this is in perfect condition. So, can always appreciate that. It being in perfect condition. It's got the Blu-ray and DVD. So, yeah, that's the Blu-ray DVD. So, been a long time since I've seen this. I would like to rewatch this again sometime. But yeah, I do remember liking this movie and thought it was a nice Alexander Aja joint. Okay. I think this is another one he had requested. And I believe the review of this should still be up. Sorry, stuff's falling on my lap. E-Demon. I remember this being okay. Again, another found footage film. I think what it is about this one, I remember not minding the story. Yeah, I apologize. Yeah, bear with me. I watch so many movies. It's hard to keep a lot of these trapped in my mind. Like, I would literally have to rewatch my review. But I remember not hating this film. I remember, like, the endings, typical, like usual, like a lot of these movies. But there was another film, I forgot what it was called, that I remember at the time getting the bit of hype. It was around the pandemic. I forget what it was. Did it start with an H or? I remember it was like a one-word title. And it was like, not Skype. It wasn't Unfriended. And it was a horror film. I can't remember. Like, you see it's like a woman's face and it's like a one-word. I don't know. I remember like not being impressed with that. I thought this was really lame and boring. I thought, this was a bit better version of that. Shows how much I like that movie. I can't remember the title of it, but no features on this, it looks like. But like I said, I remember not hating this film, but it's nice to have for the collection, so that's very cool. Alright, we have Living Among Us, which I have... Did I review this? No, I don't think I've seen this one. It looks like another found footage film. If I've seen this, then I don't remember a damn thing about it, so that means it was that great. But it seems familiar now. It does seem familiar. William Sadler, Death from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. He says vampires are disease. There's a documentary crew. Yeah, Thomas Ian Nicholas from like Rookie of the Year, wasn't he? And he's in it. John Hurd. Yeah, this seems familiar. This does seem familiar, but I must have really disliked it because I didn't even show the cover. I must have really disliked this because I don't remember a damn thing about this. I really don't. So, if that's great, I got a movie I hate. And there's a making of. Wow, there's a making of. Okay. This seems familiar the more I look at it. I know I've seen this one. The Hunted. I do remember this one. I did not like this one. This might have been another one he had requested and I did. I believe so. I remember this being very disappointing because it's Josh Stewart. For those who don't know, Josh Stewart is an actor I do quite like. He was in The Collector. He was in The Collection. Those two movies, he starred in those. And he stars in this and also directed it. Now, I will say this is interesting. There's a commentary with Josh Stewart and the producers. So actually, this is cool. I would actually like to listen to that. I may not like the film, and maybe that's why he's saying, it's like, hey, Matt, you like Josh Stewart? He's on our commentary. That's cool, then. So I'd actually like to listen to that. Get in his headspace what he was trying to get with this movie. Because the movie itself, I remember not minding the setup. It was Josh Stewart and someone else. They go to West Virginia and they want to film a pilot, like a hunting show pilot, that hopefully they could sell it and they'll become big stars, make money. But it's just like not a whole lot happened until the end, but when the end came, it was very predictable, very basic. Like you knew where it was going. You know, there's two of them. One gets picked off. The other's going to run around. It's going to be like shaky cam. You can't tell what's going on. And then they're going to die. And it didn't do enough in terms of wit or creativity, or not much creativity or imagination. It's just very, very typical. So I was not a fan, although I did like Jon Stewart acting-wise. We got Blackwater, which again, that The Hunted is a found footage one. This one, I think I did see. Yeah, Chapter Remote, Swamp. Yeah, they're in the swamp. They got high in the trees. I remember this being okay. Blackwater. I remember this being okay. Not as good as Crawl or Alligator, Robert Forster, or Deep Blue Sea, or other creature feature movies. But I remember this being okay. I remember not hating the film. That's Blackwater. Hey, got it for the collection, so very cool. Thank you, man. Yeah, I said this is a lot, so thanks, Guillermo. I really appreciate it, man. We have Incident at Loch Ness, and it's brand new too, so that's very cool. I do remember liking this film, so I'm actually going to be curious to give this a watch again when I can. And there's a commentary with Zach Penn and Werner Herzog. Interesting to hear what that commentary will be like. Pretty much these two are playing a form of themselves, and they're going to try to do a documentary on the Loch Ness Monster, but then it's also like a comedic mockumentary that turns a bit of horror by the end, where they're trying to do a documentary, but then you see that some people in the crew are faking it, and then by the end there may be something a bit real going on. And it's definitely more, trying to be more witty. I appreciate that. I thought Werner Herzog did fairly, I mean, he's playing a form of himself, but I thought he did a good job with it. Yeah, a bit of Project Greenlight, a bit of Blair Witch, and a lot of fun. Yeah, I do remember liking this. And I did not own this, so it was nice to have this. Thank you so much. And it's brand new, so that's even better. And like I said, I'd be curious to give the commentary a listen to and all that jazz, so very cool, man. Thank you. I mean, just for, like, what was it? That one, and The Sacrament, and The Take and Deborah Lodian, and, you know, that alone. But then just the amount, and then more. You sell it too much. No, it's just being genuine. I appreciate it. Darkness Reigns. So, Darkness Reigns. Which, why does this sound familiar? It is another found footage. Group of filmmakers shooting behind-the-scenes documentary in a haunted house faced with a demonic force. Casper Van Dien. I think I did see this. And I was not that impressed with it, I think. But a lot of times these, like I said, there's a lot of found footage films I like, but there's a lot more I dislike. And some of them, they do run together, and it's a bit hard to differentiate them. That's interesting. It has a commentary with the director and Casper Van Dien. I remember Casper not being in the film much. I do remember him not being in the film that much, so if that's the case, I don't know what he's going to say about it, but I might be thinking of a different movie. That's it. I might be thinking of a completely different movie. Because I don't remember. Listen, this might have been a film I've seen I don't remember anything about, or I don't even know at this point if I've seen this. I don't know. This one I do know I've seen. Assault on Wall Street. Not found footage. This is an Uwe Boll joint. And one of the few that I thought was okay. It still had its issues, but compared to other Uwe Boll films, it was a huge step up. It just compared to normal movies, it's still a step down, but I would say this and the first Rampage are the two only halfway decent Uwe Boll films. And it stars Dominic Purcell, you got Edward Furlong, you got Eric Roberts. Yeah, Edward Furlong, Eric Roberts, John Hurd. He's a New Yorker, economy crashes, he gets pissed, wants to take revenge. God, there's a director's commentary. The Uwe Boll, Ooey did commentary on this? Oh no. Wonder what he's gonna say. You to let my movie fuck you. I'm going to box you. I can't do a German accent. Nein! Nein, I'm going to box you. I'm going to take your head in. I'm going to punch you in the face. But I remember not hating this film. It does have its issues, but nice to have this, though. I have to give that another watch sometime, especially with the commentary. Ah, okay. I do remember this one. They're Watching. I was a bit caught because the cover I remember when I think I did review this. It was like red. Never seen this cover before, but is this the one I'm thinking of? Yep. TV reality show. They go to a European town. They'll film at this house and they realize there's a lot more to it. It's very much a comedic movie. And then at the third act, they throw everything in the kitchen sink. It gets very bloody. I remember the last bit of the movie making me laugh. Sincerely. I guess there's actually a couple little featurettes on here. But yeah, I do remember liking this film. I do remember thinking this was actually fairly decent. So, might seem like much in the first half, but I thought the second half definitely wormed its way into be a entertaining time. So, they're watching. That's cool, man. So there you go. It's another one I remember liking. Ah, okay. I know this is another one he had me review. Fury of the Demon. This is another fate documentary film where they look at this French film named Fury of the Demon, which allegedly was directed by this guy, and it was shown one time, and there was these riots and horror, and it was never seen again, and people were trying to find the film and what happened to it, and it's done like a fate documentary. Interviews with filmmakers, producers, journalists, historians, psychologists about the most cursed movie ever made. I remember not minding this film. I would actually like to give this another watch, though. I really would like to give this another watch. Nothing for features, Sally, just some trailers. But yeah, I remember this. It's a fake documentary about a cursed film, and again, journalists and historians and psychologists. Was it cursed? Was there something going on at the time with the people in that time period? I don't know what it is. Just the idea of fake documentaries, even though there's been many of them, it's still such a intriguing. It feels like a new concept still. I know that doesn't make sense, but it still intrigues me. Ah, that's cool. Well, obviously this is a DVD-R, because sadly the official one's not released, but it's still a DVD-R of Night of the Juggler. This is a film I did review, and I do quite like and enjoy. I think it's a fairly underrated movie. I did find one cut of the film on YouTube that had a little bit better picture quality. Like the end, you can actually see a bit what's going on, because a lot of the footage out there, when he gets to the third act, you can't really see much. But this is a film that sadly never even got an official DVD release. It's only stuck on VHS tape. Pretty much, long story short, James Brolin is with his daughter. James Brolin is a police officer. And this nut, I think was a Cliff Gorman, takes her, kidnaps her, and then it's about a guy trying to go around the city to find the guy who took his daughter. However you can, whatever you can to find this guy. I thought it, it had a nice, it had a good New York atmosphere. The cast of characters and people around it felt authentic. I remember this going at a fairly good pace, and I just remember being really impressed by this for a film. And the one time I heard that the person who owns this, like, they wanted too much money, and so they couldn't get it, and then if that's the case, then you're never going to see this official release, which is a shame, because I thought it was a bit of a gem of a movie that deserves a lot more. So, I mean, cool. It's a DVD-R. So what? I mean, it's the best that we got, and it's cool to have it on a physical disc, and to have something in my hands to hold. I always like that cover, tearing through the little city. In the heart of every victim's a hero, and he'll tear apart a city to prove it. James Brolin, Knight of the Juggler. Which I always thought was a weird title, the Knight of the Juggler. It's a killer circus act. But look at this, man. Look at all these movies. This is a lot of stuff, man. And a poster. So a Dog Soldiers poster, and all this stuff here. That's still really damn cool. Look at that, man. That is really nice. That is really cool. So, that's really nice. So, thank you so much, Guillermo. I'm actually going to put this in here because it'd be make sure I don't show the address. Yeah, I'm going to put this in here. But yeah, thank you, man. Take care. Thank you once again, Guillermo. Really appreciate your generosity. And we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.